Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream once again. Glad to see everybody here. And let's see, let's go back through the chat here, see who we got so far. Say hello to y'all. Glad to see y'all here again this morning. And it looks like I got a lot of my regulars in here today. We got Archangel 3. Hello, welcome. And we got iKiss. Hello, hope you're feeling better. Hope everything goes all right. Thoughts and prayers go out to you. Absolutely. Let's see. We got iKiss, Archangel 3, Nancy Marco. Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad to have you here again. As always, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see who else is here. We got Jim Hughes, of course. Good morning. Good morning to you. Let's see. Cliff Higson. What's up? Base Horseman 99. Yes. Good to see you. I don't want you to leave, man, but get some sleep, dude. Come on now. No, sleep is for the weak. Let's see. Effing lawyer, of course. Always good to see you. Zerzay Zyquit. After you told me to pronounce it, I'm still screwing it up. Can you believe that? Zerzu Zyquin. Yes, yes. Welcome, Zerzu Zyquin. I see. I don't say it out loud that often. Once a day. Commentator auditor. Good to have you. Good to see you again, as always. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Salacious, yes, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. As always, let's see, F lawyer, commentator, auditor, Salacious, Space Horseman, Nancy, Internet God, yes, welcome, welcome. So we're having chili for breakfast? No, but that is, it's the elephant in the room, so it has to be discussed, especially after last night. Graham, hello. Um, Wanted to say hi and hope you're okay. I'm great. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Gamer88, hello, welcome. Jennifer, hello, welcome, welcome. Call my work, tell them I can't adult today. I love it. Paracord Princess, hello, welcome. Susan, the sassy old great granny, hello, welcome. Chelsea May, good morning. Let's see who else is in here. And did I miss anybody? No, I think I'm all caught up for the moment. Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome once again to Breakfast with Hezokuai. Good to see so many great people in here, as always. I always get the best crowd. My morning crowd is absolutely fantastic. I love you guys. So, um, how's everybody feeling this morning? Starting your day off right. I got my big old cup of coffee here that I'm probably going to finish twice before the stream's over. Uh, I drink a lot of coffee. I love it. Um, Especially this time of year because they start coming out with all the crazy fall flavors, and I like trying all the different stuff. Pumpkin's my favorite. There's something about Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin that I'm particularly fond of. Um, but yeah, that's good stuff. Um, Wait, it's Hezokai, right? Yeah, Hezokai. Um, yeah, I know it can get confusing with the pronunciation. A lot of people think it's Hezekiah because that's a biblical name, and they think that. But honestly, in case you don't know, and for anyone who doesn't know, um, really it all started because I've actually had this channel for like almost 13 years now, and I just started doing this stuff within the last 2 years or so. Originally, I just, I like making videos. In college, I majored in film and video, so I was always into doing that. And then when YouTube became a thing, I was like, oh, I could start posting some of my stuff on YouTube just, for fun because I love making videos. That's my thing. And that and music. And what happened was at that time, I was really heavy into World of Warcraft. And you have to come up with a character name. And I didn't want to just call my character, like Bill or something. I wanted to come up with something that sounded to me like a fantasy name, and I just experimented with a bunch of different random names until I came up with Hezekiah, and I liked the sound of it. And I made that my character's name. And then, once I used that as my handle on YouTube, when I created my YouTube channel, it just sort of stuck. And so now it's like, hey, that's my name. That's how everyone knows me. So that's where we're at with that. So anyway, Terry Barnes is here. Good to see you. Weed Skador. Yes, welcome back, buddy. Um, Good morning. God bless. Thank you. I appreciate that very much, Terry. Um, and so yeah, that's where Hezekiah came from, and that's all it is. And so yeah. Anyway, couple things I wanted to talk about today in particular. First of all, before I get into the whole douche hammer DeCastro situation. Oh, that guy is something else. And what's up, Pack? It sounds Japanese a bit. I'll tell you the truth, Pack, and this is a fact. When I first came up with the name, the way that I pronounced it was in my mind, it sounded like it would be like an ancient Japanese samurai. And my original thought in my head for the pronunciation was Hezokai, Hezokai, like that kind of a thing. So it did. It was supposed to be sort of like a Japanese samurai type name. So that's cool that you caught that. Um, that's too hard to pronounce. I'm just going to call you Bill. Most people call me Hez, which is fine with me. Uh, but also, when I when I wrote my my book, the Frauditor's Handbook. Um, the name of the author is Hezokuai Jenkins, and that came from, since the name Hezokuai came from World of Warcraft, the most famous World of Warcraft meme was the Leroy Jenkins. So I made, since it was related to World of Warcraft, I made it Hezokuai Jenkins, and that's that. Um, so anyway, before, like I say, before I get into the chili thing, there's something else I wanted to say. That so I'm going through my comments today, and I see a comment, and this is something I hear all the time, but for some reason this morning specifically, it just hit me the wrong way and made me think of something. So I'm actually not considering. I'm going to, when I make my regular videos, not for the streams. Well, I mean, it'll be included in the streams, of course, when I discuss it. But um, as far as just making standard videos, I'm going to start focusing a little bit more on a different aspect, a specific aspect of what I'm doing. See, I got this comment about stealing other people's content and using it to make your videos, right? And that's one of their biggest things that the fans of these idiots always harp on. What's up, David? He's like, well, you guys are always taking other people's videos and blah, 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 blah. And I thought about that. And like I said, I've heard that comment a million times, but for some reason, this morning when I read that, it just hit me the wrong way and it made me realize something. I thought about this. Okay. These guys take it upon themselves. And again, this is the narrative, which we all know, anyone who follows these guys, that most of them don't even believe in this. This is just their narrative. But their narrative is that they do what they do because they've taken it upon themselves to educate the general public that it's legal for them to film in public. So now I've decided that I'm going to adjust my mission statement. I'm not going to change it, but I'm going to add to it. So my official mission statement for the past year or so has been, I'm an independent journalist, and I'm working on a documentary story about frauditors. And now I'm going to add to my mission statement, and what I'm adding is, I have taken, as you take it upon yourselves to educate the general public that filming is legal, I'm taking it upon myself to educate you guys that fair use is legal. It's my job to educate you that I legally can use your videos as long as I add commentary and something to it to make it my own. So, since that's legal, I'm going to educate you on that because obviously you don't understand. Otherwise, you wouldn't get so upset when we do it. And also, it's also related to this thing called free speech, which is covered in this thing called the First Amendment. I know the narrative says that that's what you guys stand for, but since you always attack us when we use our First Amendment, it's also part of my job to educate you on our rights and our freedoms and our First Amendment right to use fair use. So I'm here to educate you guys on copyright law. How about that? And the First Amendment. Yes, it does cover dissenting opinions. So there's that. So now that I've addressed that, let's get into the elephant in the room. Chile delete laws, douchebag De Castro. So for anybody who doesn't know, for anybody who doesn't understand, or doesn't know the story of what's been going on. So it all started way back in, I think it was Memorial Day. Chile and Josh Abrams decided to go on an audit together. and they are going to audit a Memorial Day parade. And Chile was being ultra aggressive to the people outside, um, going up to little kids and screaming that you're going to grow up to be raped by the cops. You just watch, you little brats. And I mean, horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. On top of that, before that, Chile was talking about Kate from the Massel report, saying, I'm going to serve you with papers. And you see, I'm going to track you down. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to hand you the papers personally. So, being that he was live broadcasting from the parade and it was right down the street from her house, she decided to show up personally and say, okay, give me the papers. I'm here. Now you don't have to find me. And of course, he decided that this woman's harassing me and she's after me and she won't leave me alone and blah, 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 blah. And then, he tried to take her to court. And then Josh Abrams, who knew the whole situation and understood after actually hanging out with Chile for a while that he was a piece of garbage, actually testified against him. So now Chile's on this big, huge quest to get all the channels that make videos about him taken down. And he was talking about Kate from the Masshole Report just recently. And he said, I hate you so much. I hope you go to hell when you die. And I hope your kids die of bone cancer. So last night, and this is important, like it sounds like most of you saw this, but just in case you didn't know, or even if you did, it's still worth talking about, is yesterday Chile does a live stream where he's going to apologize for attacking her children and wishing cancer upon them, right? He's going to say, you know what? I was right. That was wrong. So, this guy, man. So instead of coming out and saying, I shouldn't have said that, that was wrong, I'm sorry, what he said on his stream was, I shouldn't have said that. It was wrong because I talk about a backhanded apology. What he said was, I'm sorry that you pushed me to the point where I felt like I had to say that. I'm sorry that you made me hate you. Basically, he didn't take any responsibility or any blame for saying those things. He just blamed her for putting him in a position to say those things. Like, he can't admit that he was being a dick, and he said it just out of sheer meanness and his absolute stupidity. Oh, let's hear him say it. Oh man, it was such a long stream. I don't have it queued up at the moment, um, but I guess I could find it. Let's see. Yeah, see, Salacious saw it. A bunch of people saw it. I could look for it. But yeah, it was definitely a non-apology. It was just an idiot being stupid and filming himself doing it, which is pretty par for the course, to be quite frank, and especially from him. I mean, I almost hesitate to show it, and one of the reasons I didn't pull it up before I went on is just because, like, talking about the guy is one thing, but showing his clips, it's like everybody covers him so much that I feel like he needs to be covered, but at the same time, I don't want to give him, the publicity. Although I wouldn't show his. Most of us saw it last night. Yeah, I figured as much. Um, Before the show. Yeah, David, but again, I wasn't planning on showing it because he's chilly and he's I hate his face. I don't want to look at his face. It's so disingenuous and lame and ugly and stupid and disgusting and makes me want to barf. Oh my goodness. I could show his clip from a show that he was in, though. Mr. Big Time Actor. Let's see. Just because it's hilarious to watch him trying to do something. And how he always talks about how he's an actor, big time Hollywood guy, and now big time constitutional law scholar, the idiot du jour. Um, let's see, where's that clip? Ah, bah humbug. Chili, 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 chili. Whatever. You know what? This guy, he's so bad. Sam, I am. Welcome. Good to see you. A Thousand Ways to Die. Yes, that is the show he was on, and yeah, his career went nowhere. That's the thing. That's what happened. He tried to become this big time Hollywood guy. Um, David, like auditors hate chili too. That's the thing. Like I've said this before. Like if there's anything that Chili did that actually was good, was he helped bridge at least some of the gap between our side and the Frauditor side. Like even they look at him and see it. Like we look at them and say, how could you not see it? But when they look at him, they see it because it's so blatant. And even they're like, yeah, no, that guy's bad. That guy's bad. At least both sides can agree on that. Um, you saw his Power Rangers promo stuff? I've seen stills, but not the actual. Um, oh, what was that other character he played where he was trying to hawk this diet plan where you fast? And he was wearing the superhero suit and he had like Thor's hammer and he would smash out bad eating habits and diabetes with his hammer. Oh man. A case study for the prominent psychological. Yeah. I can't find a copy of that movie anywhere. You have to buy it from Amazon. Ugh. Super Necessary Man. Yeah, that was the one. It's super necessary for you to get in shape. Yeah, I know. So acting didn't work, so he started selling jock socks, which didn't work. So he started selling an app that didn't exist, and that didn't work. And then he started trying to sell his movies, and he actually wrote books and tried to sell those, and that didn't work. So now he's a professional grifter. And speaking of which, since we're on the subject of Mr. DeCastro, let's see if he's still in second place on the Grifty Awards. We know he was in first for a while, then he dropped down to second. Let's see where he's at today. I'm going to pull that up real quick and see what's going on. Oh, he's still in second. Let's pull that up real quick. Share it. You guys got to get in there. Vote for Chili. We want him to win the award for being the worst of the worst. The Grifty Awards. Look at that. Katie Joy is still in first now. Chili's in second. Got to get in there and vote for Chili. Already voted today. Let's get the link in there just in case anyone doesn't know. Good morning, Tamara. Bam, there you go. And there you can go and vote for Chili. Let's get him out of second place. Get him back up in the first where he belongs. He's such a turd bomber. Oh, man, that guy. Oh, man, that guy. And it's weird because with him, I wouldn't. I'm very, very. He sucks so bad he can't even win a contest designed to show how bad he sucks, right? Um, but I really, really don't like using the word hate. I mean, like if I'm angry and I'm ranting, oh, I hate this, but realistically speaking, to me, hate is a very strong word. And I kind of hesitate to use it even against Chili, but oh man, is he a bad dude. Like, he's so vile on so many ways. And such a. Here's the problem is that he always talks about how he's the alpha male, right? But it's so, like, in his head, like, what he thinks being an alpha male means. He definitely is that. The problem is, it's not anything to do with reality. The guy lives in a fantasy universe of, just driving around in his van, running his live streams, talking trash is life. Um, Peck, does he get an award? Like the participation trophies. If he comes in first place, what'll happen is the website that built it, they make like a little mockumentary about the guy with an award ceremony, and it's all sarcastic and fun and a joke, kind of like the for real movies they have the what is it, the Razzie Awards, which aren't really a real thing, but they've become because it became so popular. But it's meant more to be sarcastic. It's a joke, but it's a very, very good one. And again, they'll make a nice little movie about him and why everyone hates him so much, and make fun of him, and it'll be fun, fun, fun to see. And then maybe he'll try to sue those guys too. But that's what he does, right? You say something to him, he's gonna sue you, or that'll teach you. All right. Anyway, so yeah, he fails at everything, even grifting. He's such a oh, like, some of the words I want to use to describe Chili de Castro are not YouTube friendly, to say the least. Um, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, not good stuff. All right, let's see if I can find his Masshole Troll Mafia. Here we go. The non-apology apology from Chili de Castro, butthead munch face. This guy is so horrible. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. Here we go. All right, we're doing pretty good here. Hold on. Trying to find the right. Yeah, listen to this. All right, here we go. I got it. So let's put this on and listen to this wonderful apology. Grandma Wolf, good morning. I'm about to share the video of Chili de Castro not apologizing for telling Kate that she needs to go to hell and her kids need to die of bone cancer. And this is some good stuff because it's him being who he is. Check this out.
This is for the So I'm sorry I said mean things and why that happened, which is like sort of
an abuser apology.
No, well, I mean, just the title alone, I noticed the complete lack of punctuation. It sounds to me like it reads like a third grader's disciplinary essay. You know what I mean? Like when you put the kid
100 words.
Right, and tell me what you did wrong. This is exactly what a third grader. I'm sorry I said mean things and why that happened, by Chilito de Castro. So let's listen to his disciplinary verbal essay.
The YouTube, what is going on out there in the land of YouTube? So I will make this will be a pretty quick live. This should be pretty quick. And I'll kind of lay out some things here just super duper fast because, this channel over the next couple days, this channel will kind of start to fall dormant because I'm going to be so busy doing other things. So I won't be able to come on this backup channel and talk about ridiculously childish and stupid things. But I do want to address something. The other day I said that I hope that, these people get cancer, their kids get cancer, and I didn't mean it. I was mad and I was upset and I was blistering. I'm sorry mostly that someone has driven me to hate them. I'm sorry that someone has stalked me at every location that I go to. I'm sorry that I have to hide my location because people might call me wherever I am. I'm sorry there's a psychopath who tracks me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. This is unbelievable. Like this is. I'm sorry that my whore wife wouldn't shut her mouth, and so I punched her in the face.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, don't even bother.
This is the opposite of personal accountability.
This is I'll do it again.
This is literally just like, I am not sorry at all. I would like to push the blame over to Kate Peter like I do most things in my life. Shiz, hit us with it right now, please. I'll do it. Yep, you got it right there. Right there. Hold on. There you go. This is pretty much Chili's entire apology in one nifty cartoon strip here.
Yeah.
But we'll keep going. Sorry. I said we weren't going to interject and then I died a little.
All of these things are happening. But, I can just direct you to a video that Kate made, and I'll show you guys the video here. I'll actually pull off for 1 second because I'm really close to where I'm going anyway, and I have to hide where I go because people are tracking me and stalking me. I'm really sorry that's happening. I'm sorry that's driven me to a place where I would say something like, I hope your kids get cancer, you get cancer, something like that. It was inappropriate, it was wrong, and I'm sorry for saying it.
Do it.
That doesn't mean that I'm not sorry that someone has drugged me to a place of hatred. Just think about that. I don't even know this person, never met them in my life. And I quite literally hate them, which is a horrible thing, and it's just like, you get to this place and you're like, man, it's horrible to like hold hatred in your heart for another person. But it's like, at the same time, it's like, that's what's happening. There's just no other way to see it. I hope that I airdrop this. If not, I'll airdrop it real quick. I need like 4 seconds here. I just wanted to apologize for saying that because, my grandmother died of cancer. Cancer is a horrible thing. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry I said that. I was pissed off. I also don't hope people burn in hell no matter how mad I get, because I'm a God-fearing, loving man and I believe in the afterlife. And I hope that this is just, I hope that this is the purgatory before we get to the best place ever. But, just so you know, the detractors who say things about, oh, you said this and so I'm unsubscribing, please go as quick as you can. I don't give a shit. Hold on, let me airdrop this real quick.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to show you guys this video real fast, and then I've got to get my errands done here in Denver, and then I've got to do something,
Okay, so right now he's showing a street sign and repeating over and over again the city that he's in. So really good job, yet again, Chili, being careful about disclosing your location to, potentially millions of people that you've never met.
You've maintained your 100% on still shots too.
Right. Like, this guy's an
Susie,
idiot.
shut up. You're such a fraud. Susie is such a fraud. You're a fake, Susie. And you guys remember, always block Susie. Always block her, permanently block her. Always block whoever Susie
I will never do
is.
that.
It's some angry little troll somewhere. But I'll direct you guys to this, and then I gotta go. I publicly said I was sorry for saying that I hope people get cancer. Really sorry I said that. Obviously, I don't mean that. Cancer sucks. The channel.
He sounds really sorry.
It's some angry little troll somewhere. But for all the people who are watching this and are like hate watching me, or people who love me and support me, that's great. I want to show you guys this one clip, and then I really do have to go. I have to go. Oh, you can just send Heather Holt. Have you guys seen her Facebook page?
Hey, let's go right now because you're a turd. Anyway, that was the apology, I guess, was supposed to be anyway. Um, but obviously, as you can see, he's that was not even like an apology, right? That was, well, it's her fault that I said that. What a bunch of crap. Anyway, it looks like we got some more people here. We got Grandma Wolf. Hello, welcome. We got Tamara. Let's see. Sorry, I always like to say hello when people come in here. Vic Star T, Peck, Sam I Am, um, David. Yeah, it looks like I've already acknowledged everyone. I'm sorry. I like to say hello to everybody. I'm just going back through the chat to see if there's anyone else that I missed. If I missed you, I apologize. Um, anyway, yeah, it's a horrible thing. He's a horrible person. Trying to because he got so much negative feedback from his fans. That's the only reason I think he made that video at all. And of course, as we all know, coming from him, it's crap. He's so full of it. It's amazing sometimes. Um, and like I always say, like I've after a while, I tried to kind of back off from him, but it seems like every day he's doing another stupid thing that you just got to talk about. Um, Sorry, the sun's starting to come up, but no, that's still too dark. Bam. All right. Um, oh, Rogue Nation's in the house. How you doing, Rogue? Um, Good to see you, actually. You know, it's interesting too because I get a lot of people in my comments who say things about like, especially comments on my Rogue Nation video, where they'll be like, "Oh, he does this, he does." I'm like, dude, I've had him on my channel before. We've had discussions. Like, I can actually talk to the guy. Like, we can disagree, but I don't hate him. He's not a Chili De Castro, right? He's not an SGV News. You know, whatever. Um, but that's a whole nother thing. We were just for anyone who just joined us and doesn't know, we were just talking about how Chili wished that Kate's children die of cancer, and then yesterday posted a bogus apology video where he was like, "Well, yeah, I shouldn't have said those things, but she pushed me to it. It's her fault, and she shouldn't be." And just going on and on and on, blaming everyone else for his actions, as always. And it was horrible. Disingenuous nonsense. Um, who was the auditor that just did a ride along? Peck, that was Long Island Audit. Um, in fact, now he's trying to play this whole thing off because, all right, so here's what happened. He did a ride along, and then a couple days later, he got arrested for auditing this place. And then uh, when the police report was filed, he FOIA'd it. And again, let's be fair and let's be honest. If the cops are wrong, I'm going to admit that they're wrong, right? I'm not just here to support cops no matter what they do, even if they do something wrong. And the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, the cop did say some things on the police report that weren't completely accurate. And then when the cops watched Long Island Audit's video, they saw that what the cop described in the sheet didn't match what actually happened. So then they were like, "Oh no, we're going to get in trouble." So then they invited him to speak at a training class about First Amendment auditors and how to deal with them and blah, blah, blah. So the whole thing was just set up to try and avoid a lawsuit. And then he comes back, and now when you watch his new videos, he's kind of like the way Chili always says, "I'm a constitutional law scholar," and just pushes that idea like it's this big, huge deal. And all it means is that he watched a couple Google videos about the Constitution, right? And maybe read some books, but doesn't actually know anything. Long Island Audit in his new videos, he's always talking about, I even teach classes to police on how to behave. I'm the guy who knows everything because I'm the one who teaches you guys what to do. Because he gave a speech once because the cops were trying to placate him so that he wouldn't file a lawsuit. So that's a bunch of nonsense. Long Island Out, it never said what. Just yesterday, I covered a video of his where he's trying to make it sound like he's this big educator who goes around teaching cops how to behave. Yeah, he just said it yesterday. So whatever. he he's he's extraordinarily frustrating to me because of the fact that, and this is funny because all of Long Island Audit's supporters support him because he's so calm and so chill. And he does so in a way where it's like, okay, I'm going to do basically, essentially, the same thing that all the other auditors do, but I'm going to do it in a way that's so calm and so gentle that I could later say, see, I'm a good guy. I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was everything that any one of these other guys do, but I did it calmly, so that makes it okay. Karma's a bitch, yeah. Mark Stark covered the email asking him to speak. Oh, David, come on. The victim of attempted robbery because she went like this? I showed that clip yesterday and I replayed it like 5 or 6 times, and literally nothing happened. Did she physically make contact with him? Yes. Was it a punch or a pull or any? It was nothing. It was, okay, I need you to walk. It's over here, and went to sort of like guide him. She wasn't trying to assault him. She was trying to guide him towards the proper direction to get to where he needed to be. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got an update. Oh, she attempted to snatch his phone. No, she didn't. That's false narrative. If you're watching, he went like that. No touching. We learned that in kindergarten. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm sorry. You're right. It's horrible, awful, terrible thing for a woman to touch a man very gently on the shoulder for 1/10 of a second. I guess, especially if you're a man who's never actually been touched by a woman before, that could be very scary. I hope he gets out of the hospital soon. I don't know if she put him in a coma. She's probably going to get, 30, 40 years for assault after that. Because what did she do? She went, but they love to call everyone else snowflakes, right? Um, yeah, he was touched by a woman. Could you believe it? Um, if he touched her, would that be okay? Um, if if she came in, well, if he had a job, right? If she came in to his place of business and he said, "Where's the office?" and she touched him on the shoulder and said, "Yeah, it's that way," because that's what she was doing. Then if he was a normal human, he would say, "Oh, okay," and he would walk in the direction that she was trying to guide him in. He wouldn't, "Oh, that's assault. Oh, she touched me." Oh, because that's not what she was doing. She was guiding him in the direction of where he needed to go. I love the fact that they try to sell these things. And again, it goes back to the whole false narrative, right? Like, I've been in a million businesses over the years. Okay, maybe not literally a million. I don't know. I never counted. After 49 years, I've been to a lot of different places. And if I say, yeah, I need this or I need that, and it's in a different room or a different area, there have been many, 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 many times where they would help guide you in the right direction, right? Maybe touch you on the shoulder and say it's that way, right? That is a thing that does happen. But when you're a frauditor and that happens, all of a sudden it's a horrible, vicious assault. And then they always like to turn around and say, well, if I did that to you, I'd get arrested. He even said that in the video. Well, if I did that to a cop, I'd be on the ground with handcuffs on. Well, first of all, if a cop was in your place of business and you worked there and you were just trying to show him, like, if the cop walked in and said, hey, I got a call that there was an issue down the hall at blah, 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 and you touched him on the shoulder and said, yeah, it's that way. You're answering his question and showing him where he needs to go. And as an employee of the place, that's your job. And that's the other thing that I mentioned yesterday too. And it's this big thing with these frauditors, right? Is when they see someone who works in one of these places and they say, may I help you? And they say, well, what's your name and job? Because I need to know if you can help me or not. If they work there and they're saying, can I help you? They know. And the example that I used yesterday was if you walk into a store, say a big box store, like a Best Buy or something like that, and somebody walks up to you and says, can I help you? And you say, yeah, I'm looking for new speakers for my stereo, right? If they're not the person who works in the stereo department, that doesn't mean that you can't talk to them, that you have to ask them who they are. And when they say, oh, I'm the TV guy, you say, or I'm the computer guy, you say, oh, no, you can't help me. No, they work there. They know to say, oh, well, the stereo department's down there in aisle 8, right? Thank you. And you go to aisle 8, right? So when somebody comes up to you and says, may I help you? If you tell them what you need, they'll tell you where you need to go to get it. That's how business works. That's how life works. But these people like to pretend that they don't understand that. And they like to say, well, if you're not the guy who does this, then blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait a minute. What happened here? I see something. Miranda! Hey! Glad to see you. Glad you're back. Good morning. Baby and I are finally home from the hospital. Wonderful, wonderful. I hope the baby's doing well. Glad to see you again. I missed you yesterday, but glad to have you here as always. Thank you very much for the super chat. Good to see that you guys are doing better and that you're finally home. Love it, love it, love to hear good news. Thank you. Welcome. Love to see you here. So yeah, I don't need help just browsing. Okay, David. Yes. All right. So this is the thing. All right. Now let's use that as an example. You're just in the store looking. Somebody comes up to you, says, "May I help you?" And you say, "Oh no, I'm just looking around, doing my thing." And they say, "Oh, okay. Well, how come these state employees don't do that?" Well, because the frauditors don't act like normal humans. A normal human would say, yeah, I need this or that. And when they'd say, oh, I'm just browsing, and everything would be fine. They do not say, what's your name and position here? I don't know if I need to talk to you. I have the First Amendment right to film in here, You can't tell me where to go or what to do. What? Come for the breakfast and stay for the Hezokuai. I love that. Thank you, Miranda. But yeah, it's see here we go. Just taking pictures. All right, David. All right. So here's the thing. All right, and this is another thing that there are so many things about frauditors that drive me nuts. And like every time I say this is what drives me nuts, it's no. There's a million things that drive me nuts, but this is one of them. So, and I bring this up all the time. When you are in a place of business, which these places are, right? For example, if it's a state office and they are an office that handles, say FOIA requests and public works department, maybe you go there to pay a bill or to get a license for, I don't know, garbage pickup or so. Every place is different, right? But whatever actual business that they handle within that building, if that building's been there for a year or 20 years or 50 years or 100, it doesn't matter. Every day, all these people come in and out, in and out. They walk in, say, "May I help you?" "Oh, I need a FOIA request, or I need to make an appointment to talk to somebody, or I need some paperwork for this, or I need a driver's license, or whatever. I need a bartending license, right?" In fact, you know what? Here, let me go back. I'll use my most recent example now that I said that. Several years ago, I actually had to get a bartending license in Wisconsin. So I had to go to Wisconsin City Hall to get it. So what happened? I walked into the City Hall. They say, "Do you need what can I help you with? How can I help you? Whatever." I said, "Yeah, I need the bartending license." They said, "Oh, that's on the third floor, building 308." So I went to the third floor. I went to 308 and I got my license. And then I left, right? And this is what happens. This is what people do all day, every day. Nobody ever even thinks about just going in there and filming everything except for frauditors. Those are the only people who do that. They're fighting for the right to do what they do and continue to do every day. So if when the people in the building react weird because somebody's in there with a camera, it's like, well, why are you acting weird that someone's in there with a camera? Because they've been working there for 30 years and never seen someone walk in with a camera before. It's not a thing. What these guys do isn't a thing. That's why people react the way they react, because that doesn't happen except when you guys show up. The general public doesn't do what you do. Furthermore, they don't want to. Why would they care? They don't. I A cop doesn't walk up to me. They aren't doing their job. I look like a junkie. That's funny. And that's the other thing too. It's really bizarre to me, the idea that they can't wrap their heads around basic principles. Like, how do you, how can you not understand? How is it impossible for your brain to comprehend so many basic principles and ideas of the way people act and interact with each other? Like, number one, the big argument that there's no law against filming, right? It's not the camera, it's the person holding the camera. All right. And like, the example that I love to use all the time is when someone doesn't feel comfortable being filmed by a random person. Like, I get it. I get it. I understand the magic words. There is no expectation of privacy in public. I understand that. And I get that. But there's this thing that, and it's weird because it's like, okay, so you want to change the way people react because of the laws, right? So what's the ultimate goal then? To change the law so that it does enforce feelings? Because if somebody politely asks you not to film them, of course you're going to continue to film them because they asked you not to. And in fact, you're going to focus your entire story on that person because they don't want to be filmed. So, because it's legal. But they love to say that they're just filming the natural reactions of these people, and I don't want to influence the way they act. But in doing that, you are influencing the way they act. Like, what? Like, and if somebody says, I don't feel comfortable being filmed, these guys turn it into, they're trying to violate my First Amendment right to film. No, they're letting you know that they don't like it. So you can't, it's physically impossible for you to have even a modicum, a tiny little speck of human decency and say, oh, okay, if you don't want to be on film, I won't film you. You just can't do that. Why? Why is that so insanely difficult to do? To have just the slightest little bit of human decency. You can't do that, right? If you're a frauditor, that's out of the question. And then people wonder why people get upset with this. Yes, that's the thing. They always love to talk about how you're not a feelings enforcer, you're a law enforcement enforcer. Go enforce the law. It's like, well, here's the thing. If you're doing something and no one has ever walked in with a camera before, and then you see someone walk in with a camera, and every single person you've ever dealt with the entire time you've been working here, when you asked them if they needed help, told you exactly what they needed. And then all of a sudden, you talk to someone and they say, well, I'm just filming a story. I'm a journalist and I'm going to film you whether you like it or not because it's my first. You've never seen that before. You've never heard of that before. You have no idea what the heck this idiot's doing. You don't. It just. I get so frustrated because it's like they don't understand. Like, but how could you not understand if even if you're truly legitimately there just to take some pictures and get some footage and not cause any problems and not purposely go out of your way to instigate a negative reaction from these people. The idea that you're there at all, because every single person that has ever walked in the doors before you had a specific purpose. When they ask you what your purpose is and you don't have one, well, my purpose is to film. It's like, okay, but every single person I've ever dealt with the entire time I've been working here, when I asked them what they needed, they said, oh, well, I need to apply for this, or I need to make an appointment with this guy, or I need to pick up this paperwork, and they'll point you in the direction of where you need to go. And now someone comes in and what they're used to, what they deal with every day is someone who actually has a legitimate reason to be there to handle specific business. And they ask you what you're doing, and you say, I don't answer questions. I'm not telling you my name. I'm not telling you anything. I don't have to. It's my right to not say anything. Then when they don't know how to process this insane information that you just gave them because they've never seen anything like that before, what do you think their reaction's going to be? Especially when you do this every day. You know exactly what their reaction's going to be. That's why I always say that these guys are disingenuous and that they're not doing it for the right reasons. Because you walk into a building and everyone freaks out that you're filming. And then the next day you walk into a different building and everyone freaks out that you're filming. And you do this every day for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years, for whatever it is. And every time you walk into a building and everyone freaks out, why are you going to try and tell me when I'm watching your video that you can't believe that these people would react this way? You don't understand why they would react this way. You're just taking pictures. What's the problem? Like you've never seen that before. And yet every single video you make, that's what happens. So, of course, you've seen it before. Of course, you know that that's what's going to happen. It goes back to what I said yesterday when I was talking to the dude in an interview about how, well, it was a panel discussion, but when I was talking about how, well, the cops never pull me over, how come they're just randomly pulling you over all the time, but they never pull me over? What makes you so special? Well, why don't, and he tells me, why don't you try taking the plates off your car and then driving around without license plates? Well, if you're driving around without license plates and you know you don't have license plates, of course you're going to get pulled over. Why are you surprised? You're not. Because you know you don't have plates. So you know you're going to get pulled over. It's the same thing. When you're filming somebody and they ask you not to be filmed and you continue to film them, why do you act all surprised when they get upset about it? Like, you know that that's what they're going to do. Of course they're going to, because you did that. Oh, man. So anyway, let's see what else we got. Hey, we got Sarah Burton in the house. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Frauditor Reaper. Um, they only take care of their own feelings. And see, that's the other thing, one of the many things about these guys that drives me nuts, getting back to the whole feelings thing. And that's one of the things that I wish they would turn around more to use against other people, or that other people would turn around against them, right? Like, okay, so one of the things that I hear a lot from these guys, and for any of you, because I know there's a few pro frauditors in the house right now, which is fine. Like I said, I don't care if you disagree. It's just if you're getting like straight up mean, like, insulting towards, racism or whatever, that sort of thing, then it's a line. But if you're just talking, hey, that's cool. I like talking. Um, but this is for the pro frauditor people in the house. The whole idea of wait a minute, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments here. Um, let's see. What was the thing I wanted to do? Oh, like the feelings. Oh, right. Okay. So this is what I was going to talk about. So when a police officer or a state worker or even a random citizen walks up to these guys, all of a sudden their feelings become extremely important. Although you're not here to enforce feelings, I thought. But if they feel threatened, if they feel that their personal space is being invaded, if they feel like they're being assaulted, then all of a sudden their feelings are what matters. But when anyone else feels anything, screw their feelings. Feelings don't trump law. Hey, Team Skeptic in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see ya. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on European time now, so you're up early. So it's probably later for you, right? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Um, so, yeah, how's the trip going? How you doing out there? Um, anyway, yeah, everybody put a TTU in the chat for my man, Team Skeptic. Good to see him in here. Um, so anyway, the thing that I was gonna I was gonna point out is, and this is one of the things I would love to see someone do, um, when somebody walks up close to a frauditor and they say, "Hey, you're invading my personal space." I would love someone to say, "I'm invading your personal space? Is that a felony or a misdemeanor? And where exactly in the Constitution does it say exactly how many feet away from you I'm supposed to stand?" Since everything they do doesn't have anything to do with feelings, because you're not a feelings enforcer, or opinions or ideas. It's all about the exact letter of the law. Where in the exact letter of the law does it say that you have personal space that they can't invade? You get close to them. Hey, you're in my personal space. I'm on a public place. I could stand wherever I want in public. Are you a tyrant going to tell me where I can or can't stand? Again, You're in my personal space. Is that a felony or a misdemeanor? What are you going to do? That's what they do. Oh my goodness. It's so horrible the way these people act, and it's just atrocious, man, and it never stops. And they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, and trying to sell the same narrative, and their fans eat it up, and it drives me nuts. Which team, I think I saw you in Kate's chat yesterday, right, with Chili's fake apology. We covered that earlier. That was so ridiculous. If I could smell your breath, you're too close. What law is that? Show me the statute that says that. Um, let's see. The public employees keep doing it over and over and over. Well, yeah, because what happens when, like I said earlier, when you're doing your thing, right, and you're working, and some guy walks in there and they're filming, and you ask them what's going on, that's such a horrible, terrible thing. So you talk; these guys love to talk about bad public service. So when someone who works there goes up to you and asks you, "What are you doing?" or "Why are you here?" or "How may I help you?" right? Here's the thing. This is important to understand because it seems like these guys aren't able to comprehend some simple, basic concepts. So if you walk into a store or a place of business, especially an office building like a city hall or, whatever it is, a lot of times that's the first time you've ever been to a place like this. Like the example I used earlier. When I went to back at the day in the when you walk into a city hall, like when I walked in, I was in Wisconsin, and it was Kenosha, Wisconsin, right? When I walked into Kenosha City Hall to get my bartending license, I don't go to City Hall every day. I didn't know my way around. I was so happy that someone said, "How may I help you?" So I could ask them, yeah, I need to get my bartending license. And they could tell me exactly where I needed to go so that I'm not just wandering around like an idiot trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go. That's good customer service. But when they do that to a frauditor, it's horrible customer service because how dare they approach me when I'm just there filming? Those horrible, evil, vicious tyrants, they don't know how to do their job. Like, providing good customer service when they do it to a frauditor is providing bad customer service. It's all backwards. Oh, man. Sorry, just catching up on the chat. I'm actually getting really interested in Skeptic's story. He's in Vienna. Ah, beautiful. I love it. My town hall has many offices. Exactly. Exactly. That's the thing. Take it easy, Jennifer. Um, so, again, the idea of these people doing these things and the way they handle it, it's so ridiculously disingenuous, again, to try and paint this picture. Like I say, they always build a false narrative in their videos, right? It's so disingenuous to come out and say these things and act like they're being treated so poorly and so horribly by these public employees. Why? Because the public employees aren't bending over backwards to kiss their ass. That's what it comes down to. And it's like, again, oh, they're our slaves. They have to do what we tell them. And again, David, oh, well, I'm just taking pictures. So, again, let's say that, okay, I'll go back and give another example. Using the exact same example. When I went to Kenosha City Hall to get my bartending license back in the day, They have a beautiful fountain out front. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. So I brought out my camera and I videotaped. And that was cool because it's a beautiful fountain. Of course, I'm going to videotape it because it's beautiful. It makes sense. And then when I went around, some of the architecture in the building was great. And I did film some of the inside because it was impressive. The architecture was impressive, you know? Somebody comes up to you and says, "How may I help you?" And you say, "Wow, man, I was just looking at the architecture of these walls and how beautiful they are. And I just wanted to get some pictures of that." Nobody's going to bother you, right? But when you immediately turn the camera on them and they say, "I don't like being filmed," and you say, "I don't care if you don't like being filmed because I'm going to film you anyway because I'm an auditor and I have the right to film and you can't stop me. And how dare you tell me that you don't like being filmed?" Blah, blah. How is that equivalent? How is that the same thing? You always try to push it and sell it as it is, but it's not. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the camera. It's the person behind the camera. It's not the camera. It's the person holding the camera. Get Why is it so difficult to get that through your thick skull? Again, when they say that, I just want to film the organic reaction without me having any influence on how people react, and then I don't answer questions. I don't want to stop filming you. I have the right to film whatever I want, including you, because you're a public servant. And if you don't like it, quit your job. And blah, 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 blah. You don't understand that the words you're saying to these people, or choosing not to say in many cases, are going to influence the way they react to you. Like, they purposely go out of their way to act in ways that they know are going to arouse suspicion, unless they actually are that stupid, which in some cases I believe they are. Either way, it's horrible. But unless you're actually that stupid, you know that you're not saying, "I'm not going to tell you who I am because it's my right not to tell you." Of course, that's how you're going to sell it to your fans, but that's not the reason why you're doing that. The reason why you're doing that is to arouse suspicion. Because if that wasn't true, why do you do it every time? Because the first time you do it and you arouse suspicion, and then the second time you do it and it arouses suspicion, and then the 10th, and then the 30th, and then the 500th time that you do it, and every single time you do it, it arouses suspicion, you would think by then you would know that it's going to arouse suspicion when you do that. So at that point, you cannot convince me that you're not doing it intentionally. Because watch any of your videos, and I know it happens every time. So you have to know. Maybe the very first time you try an audit and you've never done one before, and you walk into a place and they say, "Who are you?" And you say, "I don't answer questions." And they get upset. You might be able to say, "Oh, I didn't realize they were going to get upset when I was evasive and specifically purposely going out of my way to not answer questions and seem suspicious, that they were going to freak out. I didn't know that. Okay, maybe I'll change what I'm doing next time." But when you go to their channel and you see 10, 15, 100, 200, 500, 600 videos of them doing this and getting the same reaction every time, I'm supposed to believe that after all that, they still are completely surprised and have no idea that the way they're acting and the things they're doing, or again, not doing, specifically arouse suspicion. Of course, there's no possible way you could do this all the time and not know that that's going to happen. Goes back to the example I used earlier about driving around without a license plate on your car. You're driving around without a plate, you get pulled over, and all of a sudden you're acting all surprised. you know if you're driving around without a plate, you're going to get pulled over. So you cannot make me believe that you're not intentionally doing it to bait the police into pulling you over. In fact, there's a channel where the guy advertises his videos as bait car gets pulled over again. He took his plates off to bait the police into pulling him over. That's why he calls his car the bait car, because it's bait. Like, and again, they'll tell their audience, they'll try to sell the false narrative that they can't understand why someone would react to what they're doing the way they're reacting. And yet they react that way every video. And I'm supposed to believe you're not intending to do that and you're not doing it on purpose. Sorry, I need a sip of coffee after that rant. All right, so let me go back. I haven't really been watching the chat. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. All right. Oh, Grandma, did I say hello to you? It's called her job. I didn't know how it would go inside my job. I wouldn't be there for long. Wait a minute, Graham. Are you saying that the people who work in the private sector, if I didn't know how things would go in my job, I'm not sure exactly where that's coming from, but the way I wait. Oh, hey, you guys want to hang out with Skeptic for a while? Hey, what's up, Unclean? Let's get him on here, man. I always love talking to this guy, and we want to hear his European stories, man. So let's get this going. Let's see. Let me log on to Discord. Can you get on Discord right now, or do you want me to just drop it in the chat? Tell my little bro, what's up? Where am I at? Ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, let's get this happening. Let's see. All right, team, you're not on Discord right now, or at least I don't see you. So I'm just going to drop it in the chat, and then I'll take it off after you come in. Here we go. Boom. Our possums are weird. Australia has different kinds of opossums. I didn't mean to do that, but hey, it happens. Welcome to Earth in the 21st century. Did the link go through? Why am I having trouble with my computer here all of a sudden? Oh, there it is. All right. Oh, it's because of the delay. I'm like, what's going on here? So let's see. We got this, we got that. Everything's upside down in Australia. So their possums, instead of hanging upside down by their tail, they hang right side up. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, team, I dropped the link in the chat there for you. Let's see. I'm not seeing it, though. Let me try it again. There you go. That should work. That should be good. Yeah, in Australia, we have very different possums, and they're cute. They sound like demons screaming, though. Frauditors know what they're doing. Yes, they do. It's very, very annoying. When Why don't the government employees simply walk away? See, that goes back to the whole idea, and that's why it's so insane that, like, oh, they're not doing their job. Their job isn't to walk up to someone, ask them if they need help, and then leave. Their job is to find out what they need and to help them get what they need. And if you're acting all weird and suspicious and not answering questions and you're being evasive, then their job becomes to figure out why this person's there and what they're trying to do. Anyway, we got a special guest all the way from Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Team Skeptic to the stream. How you doing there, team?
You know what? I'll stay as long as I can, but I don't have the greatest internet.
That's all right.
How
I
are
understand.
you doing,
brother? I'm good. How are you? Oh man. So
oh no.
What? Are you having trouble with your connection already?
I'm just not. Hold on. I'm not getting the greatest connection. Let me try to walk my hotspot around. Hold on.
All righty.
All right, that should be better. Maybe.
Peck says dodgy Italian internet. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great. You sound good. Yeah, not loud, but you're there. So anyway, we want to hear your stories from Europe, man. So how's it been going so far? We got to go all the way across the pond, so I'll give a little space for delay. Nothing. Dead air. I'm sorry. Well, at least you're trying. I'm trying. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have Team Skeptic in the house. He's over there in Vienna, so he's got the shoddy internet connection right now. But we are trying to see what we can do. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for him to get back up, let's see what else we got going on here. As a computer programmer, I never run a forklift. Oh, he dropped. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, we tried. So, in the meantime, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. So, yeah, the part of the frustration comes from the idea that these people are so doing their job. Good morning, Andrew. Oh, here we go. He's back. Let's see if we have a better connection now. Welcome back.
I may run downstairs and go sit right next to the Wi-Fi router just to force it to work for me. But hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. This is great. I always have a good time when you're here.
Yeah. Let me tell you, if I drop, I'm gonna drop for about 30 seconds. So if you hear me just go silent, just carry on without me, and then I'm gonna come back. But there's not much I can do about it sitting from where I'm sitting right now. Man, I'm doing good, man. Fucking life's good right now, bro.
Oh yeah, I bet,
Life's
man.
super good.
Yeah, like I said, man, everyone's interested in what's been going on, want to hear the updates from you and what your trip's like. So, feel free, man. You have the floor. Let's hear it because I'm interested too.
Yeah. Well, today I went to a place called Haus de Meers, which was it's a aquaterra zoo. So it's not really an aquarium. It's kind of like an aquarium plus like birds, like Amazon birds and or jungle birds and
aviary
lizards. Yeah, kind of like
okay.
Kind of one of those places, but it was amazing. And at the very top of this place, it's an 11-story aquaterra zoo. And at the very top of it, they have a restaurant up there where you can walk the outside of it and see Vienna for 360 degrees. And oh my God, I do not realize how much I am missing of this city. Hezekiah, hold on. I gotta show you. Hold on. I've got to show you.
All right.
All right, I'll be right back.
Nice. Yeah. Walking the same streets that Mozart walked on, man. Ooh, that's got to be awesome. Um, Amazon birds, they deliver themselves. That's a good one. I like that. Oh, man. Um, 11 stories. Wow. That's got to be beautiful. See, I've always wanted to visit other countries. I've never been out of the United States. I almost made it to Canada once. Me and my buddies back in the day decided to walk to Canada, but we never made it. We were 30 miles from the Canadian border when we had to turn back. So that got a little depressing. But our tent broke. We were literally living in the woods, walking up there. Oh wait, it sounds like he's back. What's up, Skeptic? You ready?
I'll be in there in 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just
No, that's
getting
cool.
the file downloaded onto my laptop so I can share it with you.
Nice.
I want you to see how beautiful Vienna is, bro.
Oh man.
Like, I want you to see what I'm seeing in life.
Yeah. This is great.
And I love sharing it with my friends. So you guys
Oh,
are all
yeah.
my friends.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Everybody loves you here. You know that.
Oh yeah.
And I get a good crew in the
welcome.
morning.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. You know, I love coming in and seeing you streaming in the morning. It's pretty badass. Right,
Yeah. Honestly, it's funny because part of the reason why I started doing this did come from you. Because when you're on, and it isn't about like, I don't want to compete with you or whatever, it's, I want to watch your streams. Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go on because I want to see what you're doing. And so I'm like, you know what? Everybody else is always streaming at night. I'll start doing the morning. Nobody streams in the morning. And it's been working out great.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I enjoy, whenever I get to catch you, I enjoy catching you in here. You're one of the people I do actually like watching. I've told you before, you're very genuine, and that speaks more to me than anything else could. There's a million people doing frauditor stuff or anti-frauditor stuff, and that's cool.
Right.
You know, we got some really good people in this community, but I only watch those that are genuine, and you're one of the people that is extremely genuine. So I do.
I
enjoy
appreciate
watching
that.
Give me 1 second. I'm loading up. I'm loading something up for you real quick. Oh, I just want you guys to see this. It's like a 3-minute video, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
You're getting me all excited and hyped up. This is going to be great. Well, anyway, while he's doing that, I'll finish my story. So, yeah, this was back in the day.
What did you say?
Well, I was telling a story while you were getting that set up.
Signal.
Yeah, you're roboting right now. Anyway, so like I was saying while we're waiting for team, so what it was literally when Forrest Gump came out, and we were inspired by him walking across the country that we decided we were going to walk from Chicago to Canada. And like I said, we were outside, we were following the Lake Superior all the way up into Canada, and that was the plan. We had tents, we had food we brought with us, everything. It was all good. And we were like 30 miles from the Canadian border when finally our tent broke. We ran out of money. We ran out of supplies. And by supplies, I'm talking about, potentially things I might not be allowed to talk about on YouTube. But we ran out of supplies and everything. So it was like, all right, we can't keep going. We got to turn back. And we had bought bus tickets, Greyhound tickets to get back home on the bus. But they weren't dated. They were just like within a certain period of time. You could use them anytime you wanted. So we ended up just going home at that point. But while we were out there, we had some great adventures, saw some incredible stuff. We went hitchhiking at one point, which scared the crap out of us at first, being from Chicago. But eventually a cop stopped. And we were like, uh-oh, now we're going to get a ticket for hitchhiking or something. He stopped to actually offer us a ride. And we were like, yeah, cool. And he ended up giving us a ride into town, and it was great.
Fucking bootlickers.
Yeah,
Can't
right.
believe he tried to arrest you like that.
Yeah.
Under the false premise of trying to help you. That's stupid. Freaking, I hate when cops do that.
Right. That was beautiful.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah.
I should have this. Let's see. I'll make sure. I think that's the one. Let me double check to make sure it's the I'm putting the right one in. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Wait till you see this. I'm seeing it for the first time right now. Okay. Why is it playing all crappy looking? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna put my camera on for you.
Okay. All right, I'm going to full screen
Can
you
you
for
put me,
this.
yeah, I was gonna say, can you put me full screen? Cool.
Yep.
All right, so this is on top of that. This is on top of that Aqua Zoo. Okay, Aquaterra Zoo. So I'm gonna walk along the outside of it and film all the way 360 degrees around Vienna. Look how beautiful this is.
Hold on, real quick. How do I get it? How do I get just you? Wait, there's okay. I got it. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
All right, now there's a glass in front of me, so it's gonna be, and it's raining, so it's gonna be kind of looking weird until I get to one half of it will have no glass in front of me, and then one half will have a glass in front of me. But here we go. It's about 2 to 3 minutes long. Oh, hold on. Something else is wrong. Let me fix this real quick. Oh, that fixed it right there. Okay. I was wondering why it looked all janky like that. Okay, here we go. Look at Vienna. All the way out to those mountains are like houses. The top of them, they look exactly the same. There you go.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Isn't it? Fucking amazing. I don't know why it's playing choppy like that, but it's fine. It's playing like slow-mo choppy. I don't know why. I'm not walking this slow in IRL, but it's okay because it's moving slow. So we're good. We can actually take time to look at it. But look how far it goes out. That's just all a bunch of buildings, like all the way out there, as far as you can see. It's the same thing on the top of buildings all the way out there. Wait, you'll see when it gets above the glass, when I go around this corner and I can put it above the glass.
But wait a minute, Skeptic, you're filming in public. Isn't that aren't you going to get arrested and beat down? Oh man. You're frozen. Yeah, we might have lost him again. We get that internet connection. We're going across the pond here now. It's rough. He could be a terrorist. Yeah, of course. By filming the view. See, now that's what I'm talking about. That's a normal thing that somebody would want to film, right? Like a bunch of people waiting in line to buy stamps at a post office is not something that anyone would want to film in the first place anyway. This is something that you would expect somebody to come out and film this. Like that's not weird. I remember there's a story I tell about a frauditor I saw who audited a zoo. And if you listen to his narration, the way he's talking, and it looks like we lost him again, but he should be back. I hope soon. But anyway, that's if you're in he was frauditing a zoo, and he just kept talking in his narration about how he was amazed that like how come nobody's bothering me here? I don't understand and blah blah. And it's like, dude, everyone, it's not everyone. It's normal to want to film the animals in the zoo. That is a thing. Filming a post office is not a thing. It doesn't happen except for when you guys do it. And it looks like we got him back. All right.
My bad. I don't know how much I was talking by myself or what, but
it was right about there.
I'll move it to right where I get over the thing where I'm not having a glass in front of me so you can see. You can't really tell, but those little white things along the bottom of that mountain, those are like where the houses stop.
Okay.
At the bottom of that hill in the background right now.
Wow.
And it's all the same old style architecture all the way through it. And look, watch, I'm about to walk all the way around. It's the same way, 360 degrees around this building.
And to just think about the fact that all those buildings you're filming, how many of them are older than this country?
A lot of them are reconstructed from World War II after being bombed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let me get it up a little bit so we can move it to the other side. Man, this place is so beautiful. Hezokuai, I wish every one of you were here with me right now.
Man, I love that. I was explaining no, go ahead.
I was just saying I'm moving the camera around because it's not playing fast. Like, I don't know why it's doing this. It's because it's my computer and it's Discord and whatever. But
no, we all get that. Internet, Wi-Fi, all the way in Europe. I mean,
that's not. It's my computer's running real weird right now. I don't know why my computer's running so slow. Like it's not plugged in or something. Is it plugged in? Yeah, it's plugged in.
You need those quad processors, man.
I have a badass computer, badass laptop. It's got a 3080 in it with 16 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of VRAM.
Nice.
It should be easy playing this right here, but I don't know why it's doing it. I know why. It's H.265. It's an H.265 file. It's not H.264, so I don't have the drivers for it. I get the drivers for H.265 and I'll be fine. But yeah, look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Jeez.
Yeah, that's great stuff, man. Great stuff. So what I was saying while you were, having trouble with the internet over there, I was saying how this is a perfect example, getting back to what we normally talk about, of the sort of thing that it's absolutely normal for someone to want to film, as opposed to, filming people standing in line at a post office. That's not a thing that people are interested in filming.
Yes. Do you guys see? I can go out and film things without having to film public officials in Vienna.
Right. Exactly. It's like
a normal person.
Yes. And I was, before you even came in, I was talking about just the general idea, because there are a couple people in the comments talking about, well, but it's legal to film and this and that. And again, nobody's arguing that fact, right? It's the idea that the only people who even try to film the things you guys are filming are you guys. Like nobody cares about a bunch of people standing in line at the post office. Nobody cares about, if you want to film like you just did, the architecture of something, even if it's a city hall or a courtroom or whatever. I get that. But when someone says, hey, I don't like being filmed, oh, well, I'm just here to film the building itself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you on my camera, as opposed to, well, now I'm going to film you even more because you asked me not to. That's a little bit different. Anyway, he dropped again. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can film things without being a jerk. Yeah, it's. Wait, here we go. Hello, welcome back. It's been a while. How you doing, buddy?
So all right. Instead of railroading your live stream, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I'd love to stay on, Hezokuai. I love you, brother. You're amazing, and I wish I could be here to chat with you, but I feel like the internet connection is just going to be so bad it'll ruin the show for everybody watching. And you put on an amazing show, so why don't I just step out of here and you take over the show?
Well, hey, you know what? I appreciate that, and it's great, but you don't have to make excuses or anything. Everybody in here knows and loves you and wants to hear what's going on, so it's not a problem. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
When I get to Spain, I'll have a better connection. and I'll be able to. It's really just because in Austria they don't have 5G yet. Okay. They told me, the guy told me they don't have 5G. I'm sure that's retarded, but not the truth. But it doesn't matter. I just don't have a great internet connection right now.
That's fine. I understand. But thank you for coming out.
Take care.
You too, man. Absolutely. Thanks. Good seeing you. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right. So that was really cool. We got to see good old Team Skeptic come up here and say hello and give us an update on his trip. That was great. I love that. That's so cool. And, the fact that he supports the channel so much, and I always appreciate that from him. He was one of my primary, I was a fan of his when I first started doing this. He was one of my main motivations to get into it, and one of my biggest inspirations. So, yeah, I love always having him around. No problem, Skeptic. We all love you too. Always good people in here. Yeah, let's see. Anyway, let's get back into the chat here, see what's been going on. Let's see. I was looking at is everyone talking about David and his comments? Again, like I said, he's in Vienna. Yeah. So, like I was saying before, if when it comes to people coming in and being on the other side of the fence, I don't have a problem with that. Mods, don't be too quick on the trigger to ban anybody if they're not being blatantly evil, racist, whatever, hardcore, horrible things. Just having a dissenting opinion or a different opinion, that's America. I don't have a problem with that. And again, I actually enjoy the discussions. Do government employees lose their rights while they're at work? That's a good question, Commentator Auditor, because it seems like a lot of frauditors have that opinion, right? If you sign up for a government job, in doing so, you're signing up to waive your rights to do the job. And all of a sudden, freedom of speech doesn't apply to them. It only applies to the frauditor. Freedom of press doesn't apply to them. It only applies to the frauditor. That's why cambacks drive me nuts too. Not the fact that people do cambacks, the fact that frauditors get so butthurt when people film them and call it a comeback. It's like, but it's okay when you do it. If I do it, you're going to FOIA that video. I'm going to show you, buddy. How dare you film me? But it's okay for me to film you. That's my right. Which is nonsense. Yes, government employees do lose many rights at work. They're not allowed to say F you to customers. Dave, I don't hear that in any line of work, even private industry. You don't walk into McDonald's, say, may I have a Big Mac, and they say F you. Like, that's kind of standard practice. It has nothing to do with rights. It's ridiculous when they ask a police officer for name and badge number. Like I say, that specifically to me is a control drama thing, right? It's not you by your policy, because policy doesn't override the Constitution, right? So why does the having to identify yourself policy all of a sudden override everything? When it's a policy that applies to them, it matters. But when it applies to you, policies don't apply to you. But yeah, saying that anyone anywhere gives up their rights when they sign up for a job is ridiculous, because there's certain expectations of a certain amount of professionalism that is expected in any line of work, right? And that's why a lot of these quote unquote journalists drive me nuts when they talk about, this is my job, I'm an independent journalist. Well, then you're at work. And they'll always say, well, you need to act a certain way because you're at work. Well, if filming them is your job, then wouldn't you need to be held to a professional standard as well because you're a professional journalist? Nope. professional standards don't apply to independent journalists. They just do whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want. Who cares? I'm going to have to refill this soon. That was pretty much the last sip. I had to take the lid off to get it. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to share with you guys a Hezokuai classic while I go refill my coffee. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. I like showing this one because it's one of my less popular videos, but I think you guys will understand the point I was trying to make when I made this. So let's go ahead and like I said, I'm going to go refill my coffee, and while I am, let's check this out. I think I'm going to check that out. Yeah, look around. Wow, man. Everything you got here is crap. This is all garbage. Well, you know, they always say one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah. Nah, man, you don't understand. Like, you got, what is this? The toilet seat? Like, seriously? Some wallet and those dolphins? These headphones? How much you want for this? I was gonna buy this crap, man. Some old thing, man. I don't even know what that is, man. Like, what's it? Old gloves, shoes. Who wants to buy your nasty old shoes, man? Nobody. This is crap, man. This is the worst garage sale I've ever seen. What is it? And what the heck is this? I don't even know what this is. Like, what am I supposed to do with that, man? It's all garbage. It's like you're telling me to throw this stuff out for you. What? No. All right, listen. I really don't like. I don't like the way you're talking to me, buddy. All right. So why don't you, split, take off, get out of here. What? No, man. No, thank you. All right. I don't think you understand what I'm saying to you. This is my garage. You're on my property. I want you out now. No, man. This ain't your property, man. Look, you got a sign that says garage sale, right? As soon as you put that up, this ain't your property no more, man. This is a public accommodation. You dig, man? So you're like, I do whatever I want, man. I'll pee on your floor. I don't care. Really? Okay. All right. That's how you want to play it? All right. I'll tell you what. I'm going to call the cops. How about that? Go ahead. Yeah, call the cops. We're going to tell you something. Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to put it on a speaker for you. There we go. Let's see.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, there's a dude in my garage and he won't leave.
Did he break into your garage?
No, he didn't break in.
Oh.
No, I'm having a garage sale.
So do you have signs posted saying that you're having a garage sale?
What are you talking about? This is my property. He's in my garage, in my house.
Well, sir, if you're having a garage sale, then you're inviting the public into your home. You're engaged in commerce and therefore have no rights towards property.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You tell me there's nothing I can do. I can't make him leave.
Has he injured anyone? Is there an injured party?
No, he didn't hurt anybody. There's no injured party. Nothing like that is going on. He's in my garage. He's on my property. I want him out.
No, sir. The second you put the sign out in front of your house, you have that moment waived all of your rights to property. Yes. Fortunately, sir, I'm sorry. There's nothing we can do. If he hasn't injured anyone,
You can't be serious.
Then there's nothing we can do. You invited him in by
All
having
right,
a public
fine.
glass sale. By
You
turning
know what?
him into a
Forget
public
it.
accommodation, you have.
I liked it better with the old phones. You can slam them down. All right. Okay, you know what? I got an idea. How about this? Sale's over. Garage is closed. You need to leave now. Okay? We're done. Man, you can't pull that on me, man. Your sign says 9 to 9, brother. It ain't nowhere near 9 o'clock. You can't do that. No, that ain't right. They said that I can kick you out if there's an injured party. You are not going to make the injured party. You're going to be the injured party. Now get out of here. Whoa, hey, you ain't got to get all violent, man. I won't chill. Chill, man. Relax. All right, I'll go, man. I'll leave it. Damn, dude. That's some hard. I'm going to call the cops on you, man. I'm going to have you arrested for threatening me with a weapon. Yeah, okay, all right. I'm out. Get out of here. Come on, get it. Yes. Anyway, that's an old Hezokuai classic from back in the day. Um, that was really fun to make. But yeah, that was the whole idea. You put up a yard sale sign. Now he gets to use your bathroom, use your Wi-Fi all day without buying anything. Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Um, it says that individuals have the right to reasonable force, including deadly force, blah blah blah, to protect them against an intruder in their home. Nice mugshot. Yeah. Nice mugshot. Yeah, that was cool because one morning, like the morning after I filmed all the scenes in the garage, I woke up and I looked in the mirror and my hair was all messed up and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna take a picture of myself and use that as my mugshot. This is gonna be great. Um, so yeah, that was fun. But yeah, it's kind of amazing how once I posted that, uh, a lot of people in my comment section were like, "What is that about? And what are you trying to say?" And this and that. It's like, well, it's your garage. That's different. But the point I was trying to make is they'll make the argument that a store during business hours is open to the public so they could do whatever they want. So it's like, well, then is my garage open to the public and I can do whatever I want? And that's just how it goes sometimes with these people and their stupidity on display full force with everyone here. Um, anyway, that's all there is. I got my coffee refilled, so I'm ready to go. And so it's about that time. I want to thank Team Skeptic for coming on and giving us an update of what's been going on with this trip to Europe and some footage from Vienna. It was beautiful to see that. And as always, great talking to you guys. We're exactly at the 2 hour mark. And News Now Enemy, welcome. Good to see you. You missed it. Team Skeptic was here giving us an update of his European vacation. He was on from Vienna, so the internet wasn't perfect, but he was showing us some footage he took of the city and what it looks like from his point of view. And it was beautiful stuff. yeah, it was really, really cool to get an update from him and see what he's been up to. And then let's see. Oh, we got Lisa in the house. Hello, Vinoy. Let's see who else didn't I say hello to yet. News Now Enemy. Let's see. Frauditor Reaper. Hello, welcome. Stephanie St. German. Yeah, I love to see you guys. You guys are great. I got the best morning crew. Seriously, I love you guys so much. Edward Cadadair. Let's see. Who else did I not acknowledge yet? Unclean Hands, of course. Welcome always. Back. Yeah, it looks like everyone's been covered. If I missed you, I apologize. Just trying to keep up. Um, oh, no. Time to get ready for radiation wizardry. Oh, good luck. God bless. Hope everything turns out okay. Um, European vacation. Look, kids, the Coliseum. Yeah, good movies. Good times. Good times. William Grabber. Um, how you doing? Glad to see you. But yeah, we are just about to wrap it up because my boy just woke up. You want to say hello to the people? He's waving. Anyway, I guess I'll wrap it up there. Again, thank you all for coming out. Wait, what now?
I'm about to join that.
Oh, you could come and say hi. No, all right. He's being shy. Whatever. Anyway, yes. Good luck to iKids. Hope everything turns out okay. Thank you all again for coming out. Thank you to Team Skeptic for showing up and giving us an update on his trip. Thank you to Miranda if you're still in here for the super chat earlier. Love you guys. Always glad to see you every morning. Makes my day. Always starting out on a good note. Love you guys. See you tomorrow morning. And for those of you who just joined us,
I'm about to join the stream.
Well, come here so the camera can see you.
No, like actually watching.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, we got to do school and stuff and breakfast and everything, but you could come and be on the stream for a second. Say hello. Say, show them your shirt. You wouldn't show it yesterday. It's an axolotl. And then, of course, there's the puppy laying on the floor. I don't know if you can see her from here. There she is. Say hello, puppy. That's Angel, and she is. That's my little angel. All right. So, like I say, we're going to wrap it up there. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Be looking forward to some regular videos. I've been working on some stuff, getting ready to post them pretty soon. In the meantime, see you guys tomorrow morning. And as I always say at the end, oh, yay, yay, I'm all shook up.